Stitches Creates, and welcome to my Flosstube channel about count and cross stitch and the project bags I make. It is Monday, March 20th, 2023. Welcome to episode 77. If you are new, thank you for trying me out. Hope you like what you see. We'll stop back and maybe like and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming back and visiting with me every week. So, it's been a week. The day after I filmed, I woke up with vertigo, which, you know, if you've had it, you know. And if you haven't had it, think about feeling that drunken feeling with your head spinning every single time you move your head, and it does not go away. It's not fun. It's better, but not completely gone. And then we've had, you know, the weather's been changing. Most of the country's had snow. The temperature's gone up, it's gone down. Friday was bad migraine day. So between the vertigo and migraines, it's been bad. But somehow, through it all, I've been able to do some stitching and keep up with my sewing. I am going to be mailing bags to Be Stitch Me for the box that is coming out in April, and then hopefully we'll be able to, well, of course, anyway, so if you're looking for a really cool box, right now is on sale. Her next box, she's calling it a neutrals box, and if you buy the high end with a bag box, you get a bag from me. But go check out Be Stitch Me's website. She'll be linked in my description box, and you can find out prices and all that kind of stuff, because let's face it, her fabric is beautiful and it is wonderful to stitch on, and her silks are gorgeous too. She just does it all right. So go check it out. Whether you buy a box with a bag from me in it or not, get her fabric. It's wonderful. Okay. So went to Keepsakes on Saturday, hung out with Candy 614 Stitcher, came down and hung out with her and our other friends, stitched the day. Also made a trip before I went to Keepsakes. My husband drove me out because I haven't really been driving yet. I probably can now, but I'm very cautious with the vertigo. So he drove me out to Dyson Needle to pick up my market order from her, so that'll be in haul. And yeah, and other than that, sewing and stitching and sewing. That's it. Or hanging out in bed because I don't feel good. So that's been my week. Let's get into stitching. So I'm a little behind because of everything. I'm behind on my March, Stitchy March Madness brackets. I just put up a vote tonight, and I'll explain what those are. And I've got one more piece to stitch on for the other round to get to the final round. So it's not quite working out the way I want it to, but you know, it's fine. So, let's see. So first, the ones I did stitch on. And of course my needle minders are sticking together. Okay. So I worked on Spring Dragon from Ingleside Imaginarium. Spring Dragon won the vote between the dragons, and that's a picture of where it was. And this is a picture of where it is now. I filled in more of the wing, so the next time I work on it, I'll be able to fill in some of the white of the actual dragon and not just the webbing of the wings. So it's a lot more, dense than you think. It's not really huge, but there is a lot of stitching, but it will be so worth it. The colors are just gorgeous. So up against it, and I just dumped a whole bunch of my haul. Up against it, it went against the cats, but I finished Cats on Parade, and I decided to put Bathing in the Asters aside, and I was watching Akio Whips, and Kevin is working on a frog on a hand-dyed bag from Live and Die LA that we got in a box from the Black Needle Society. So I decided to pull mine out and put it where Cats on Parade would have been had I not finished it. And I'm working on Peruvian Flair's Cat's Reflection Sampler. And this is where it was when I started. And here is where it is now. I somehow, when I started, I miscentered this bag. This is the center, but on the actual bag itself, this is the center. And speaking of cats, here is Chris. I don't know how he managed to get that door open. So anyway, so this is the actual center of the bag, but this hump should have been here. So these two cats are actually centered on the bag, but there's a third cat that goes here that's really cute. So I counted last night and he'll fit, but then of course things will look off. So I was thinking I might count and see if that one will also fit in this spot too. I'm not sure if there's enough Ada left. If there is, I might put one on each side. If it's not, I'll probably just leave these two and do the reflections, which is disappointing because the other cat is really cute too. So, but that's my progress on that. And ironically, it's been a year since I worked on that. Who knew? I pulled it out last night and I was like, wow, because I have one of the tracking cards in it. My other round for March Stitchy Madness, I had January Quaker was the one that won. And this is what it's going to look like. It's January Quaker by From the Heart Needleart by Wendy. I'm doing it, instead of called for colors, I'm doing it with Cottage Garden Blue Red. And that's where it was. And this is where it is now. So I've been working on this motif. So this is another big motif. It'll probably, I think it's about level with this one. And then I'll do the center motif. So it's coming along. It's very, very pretty. Okay. At Keepsakes on Saturday, I brought with me my Keepsakes and Tokens Pink by Tellin Emblem. This was, she designed this, the pink one and the blue one that I've already finished for Stitch Away 2020. And that's where it was. And this is where it is now. This is for Whip Go. I've put in 4 of the 5 hours that I need to for this month. So I've got another hour I want to put into it. I'll probably work on putting more colors in rather than I'll continue the border later. Of course, the border is to mimic the Keepsakes bags, the gingham bags that Barbara is famous for. Sorry about getting so close. Here's a mini one of the Keepsakes bags. So that is really pretty. It will come out in Whip Go at least 2 more times this year because I had put the blue one on my, Chris is playing, I had put the blue one on my Whip Go board like 3 or 4 times because I really wanted to finish it this year, and I did the first time it was called. Who knew? So that'll get a lot more love this year. Yesterday was the 19th, and that means it's Poltergeist Pirate SAL. Our group has decided that we will pull this out the 19th of every month because September 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Poltergeist Pirates by Glendon Place. That's what the whole chart looks like. It is much bigger than you think it is. So this is where it was when I pulled it out yesterday. And we were on the Facebook chat for about 2 hours. There were 8 of us, and I didn't take a picture. I forgot. And this is where it is now. I discovered I made another mistake. Last time I told you I made a mistake and fixed it. I did put this one over a stitch, and I had to frog it and fix it. But this crow's nest here, this inside color, I was thinking it didn't look quite like it did in the picture. It's the wrong color. There's a lot of similar symbols on this pattern. There's like 45 colors. So that's everything. So it was a lot, but I mean, look at that detail. I just love it. So I might work on it again. Probably not this month because I want to catch up on my March Madness, and I do have to work more. Oh, I forgot one of my whips. I forgot one of my 25/7 because I've got to do for Whip Go Sky High Santa by Satsuma Street. I have not worked on that. That's supposed to be 25/7, and this month 25/7 has just been, so I forgot that, but I will get that in just a minute because I did work on Dorney Lane. Not a lot, but some. And then, of course, you know, I can't resist a SAL, and Allie, Allison, who's AllieCat13 on Instagram, had posted this adorable SAL by Little Dove's Designs called The Sewing Room Mystery SAL. The Sewing Room. I mean, how could I not? So this is what part 1 looks like. And it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So it's 6 parts. The first part came out March 1st, and the last part will come out August 1st. So I just started it last night. I've only got that little wee bit of the first book in. So, but once I have a chance to sit and really work on it, I don't think that's going to take very long. So I am going to pause you and go get Dorney Lane that I forgot to get. Okay, so got Dorney Lane, which is part of my 25/7. Here it is. And there is where it was. And I've actually had to scroll the frame. So, and this is where it is now. So I've worked this all the way down, and I've put in these motifs, and that's about it. It wasn't a whole lot, though. Bringing that, I mean, it was about an hour that I worked on it. So, but it was something, you know. It's not 7 days, but at least, you know, it's 2 worth. So it made some progress, and that's the important thing. So hopefully next time I see you, I will have some more. But that's all my stitching right now. So over this week, my plan is I want to finish part 2 of the British Isles SAL. I've been watching the Facebook group. That's a caterpillar cross stitch. because the next part, it's supposed to drop on Sunday the 26th, but last time they didn't do it on the Sunday. They waited till Monday, which really bummed me out because, you know, I have Sunday to stitch. But anyway, a couple of people have changed some things, and I was thinking I might, because, you know, last week when I was showing it and I thought that the soccer ball was a shield or a wagon wheel. So a couple of people have taken that out, and because that's supposed to be Liverpool, so they put in a yellow submarine, which is absolutely adorable for the Beatles. And then the bull that I started stitching, the bottom part didn't make sense to me, but Caterpillar Cross Stitch has posted videos that are Stitch With Me's that discuss what each of the motifs on this are. And the bull is for bullfighting, believe it or not. There's a bullfighting arena in, I think it's Birmingham. So this building, it's like this big silvery building, and someone actually stitched that part of it so the bull head is on top, and then the shape is the shape of the building. That's the bullfighting arena. So someone stitched it in a metallic silver, like the building, so it makes more sense. But a lot of people have taken that out and put in a Cadbury chocolate bar, because that is the home of Cadbury in the UK. So, you know, I'd have to take the two motifs out and figure out how to stitch them. I don't know. I'm still debating. I need to get the other things done. So I want to probably, I'll spend Saturday or Friday or Saturday working on it, and getting part 2 done before part 3 comes out. So that's one goal. I want to finish part 1 of the sewing room SAL. I definitely want to put another hour in on Keepsakes and Tokens Pink. That will meet my WIPGO goal. And also work on Sky High Santa, which is my other WIPGO, and, you know, 25/7. But I want to meet the WIPGO goal for the month. So those are my plans. And you may be saying, well, why are you trying to get all this stuff done? There's still a whole nother week, or not quite a whole week after this one. But next Tuesday, I will be here next Monday. Next Tuesday, I have my gallbladder surgery, and I don't know, you know, the doctor's like, you know, you're healthy to start with, so you shouldn't have any problems, and I don't know, you know. Am I going to be absolutely fine? Am I going to be miserable for a few days? I don't know. So I figure I'll just get everything done, and then if I'm feeling good, great. You know, that's more stitchy time for me. So, yeah, so that's plans. Haul. I guess just with everything going on, I've been on a little bit of a buying spree between market and just life, because if I don't eat, I shop. So I was on Instagram, and I'm not sure, and I'm very sorry, I'm not sure who showed it, but I placed an order with the Colorado Stitcher. And the reason, I hope the tissue paper's not too loud, I'm sorry. So someone on Instagram had posted this. Stitcher creating works of art, one stitch at a time. And not only is that pattern in there, which I absolutely love, there's a little wee pin pillow. What a great small. Just love it. So when I was ordering this from her, it's like, well, you know, everybody says patterns can't travel by themselves. So I got this year's Prairie Schooler Santa, because I think he's really cute. I love all the snowflakes and the lantern. And Keepsakes, someone bought the last one. I was looking at it and I was debating, did I really want it? And then someone bought the last one. So I thought, well, they'll travel together. So, yeah. So that's the first thing. Then I had showed you last week that I had gotten the Manor Tea Time SAL, the sewing set. Not SAL, but it was part of the oh my word, oh they're there. The Treenway Silks. A bunch of designers got together and using this color palette of Treenway Silks created tea-themed patterns. So Manny Dodonna was one that I like, and I had gotten this one through Keepsakes, and I picked up the linen there for it. I'm just not sure I'm sold on this color. So that's the color. You know, they never match the picture. I mean, that looks browner than that. So this is the silk pack with that fabric. I don't know. We'll see. I might switch it out at the last minute. But I did buy the linen from Keepsakes to go with that pattern. And it's Weeks Dye Works Cocoa. And I got a 32 count. So this, after I filmed last week, I had gotten from Stacy C. Stitches Creative Studio. I got the Tea Time Treenway Silks for the tea. There we go. Those are the colors. Aren't they pretty? And they're so soft. I have to use lots of hand cream to keep my hands nice. So also from Stacy from Market, I ordered the Ink Circles Tea Time pattern. And it's called the Tea Berry Tile. I thought that was so pretty. And then, of course, Ingleside Imaginarium's version, which is Tea Time Companion. I just love the dragon wrapped around the teapot. So I have not, you know, I'm surprised. I really thought, had this week gone differently, I would have had one of those three started already. I also got from Stacy Stitching with Friends by the Little Stitch Girl. I will probably change colors. Just to make them a little more, like, I'm not a big fan of the peach. I'll probably change that to a pink or a purple. But the only thing better than stitching with friends, stitching is stitching with friends. I love that. I was on a chat, and Stacy sent a couple of freebie patterns too. I don't know where I put them. Oh, they're over here. One was from Heart and Hand. It says, "Do what you love." And then the other one was from Teresa Kogut, and it's called Hey Friend. And it says, "Hey friend, let's stitch." And it's got two ladies on it. I don't know if you can see it. So it's very cute. So those were two freebies that Stacy threw in for me. And then I was on, when Stacy was doing her market video of everything that she got, she did some giveaways, and this was the first time she'd done a live, and she had the comments set on slow, and if you do that, then once you comment, you can't comment again for another minute. So she's doing giveaways, and like, nobody's commenting because we got locked out. So Athena had won a copy of the Happiness is Homemade cookbook, which also includes patterns, and she told Stacy to give it to me because we were on a chat while we're watching Stacy's live, and I was like, I'm locked out, I can't. So Athena, thank you, and Stacy, thank you. there's a lot of great patterns in here, a lot of really good recipes. Allison, Allie Cat 13 has started a SAL, trying to get everybody to at least do one recipe and one pattern in here. And there's one pattern, let's see, this one's from Violets and Verses, and it says, "You're so sweet." So it's got the tomato. And the one that I would probably do first is, where is it? There's really some really cute ones and some such good recipes in here. Because of course I can't remember what it said. Sambry Stitches, I know people have pointed it out, has a Bigfoot with a chef's hat and some pancakes, maybe? Whatever, Bigfoot. Oh, this one from from Artist Designs. It says, "Sorry for what I said when I was hungry." So, you know, that hangry, which I get myself in trouble for. One day when I was still teaching, a dad was picking up his kids, and I was kind of and he was kind of like, "Well, I'm hangry," and he fell out laughing. Thought that was the funny. He had never heard that before, and this is like 6-7 years ago, when that term was first starting to come out and come into use. And he said, "Oh, I've never heard that. It's great. I'll have to remember that." And we parted ways, and everything was good. So you never know what a good joke is going to do for you. So I said that I was at Dyson Needle, and Dyson Needle is part cross-stitch store, part game store. Lots of D&D. They have a D&D group there. It's in Batesville, Indiana. Natasha is the owner, and she gave me a needle minder, and isn't that fabulous? It's a laser cut of her logo with the 2 needles. I love it. So, and it's got a picture of Penny Pie, Penelope Pie, the 3-legged store cat, and she is the sweetest, if you like cats, she is so sweet. She's still very young, so she hasn't developed any fears of anybody. You know, she just loves you. And if you're willing to play with her, she'll play with you. And if not, she will get up on the counter. She got up on the counter, put her front, because she's 3-legged, so she only has the one front paw. She put her front paw, she's rubbing her chin against my chin. Just absolutely loving everybody. So she's adorable. So I highly suggest. Batesville is right off of Interstate 74. So if you're coming to Cincinnati for StitchCon by way of Indianapolis, be sure to stop in Batesville at Dyson Needle. It's a cute little store. So I had her get for me one of the new JBW designs, Stitching in the Round. I did Halloween in the Round as my small for StitchCon last year, and that was a lot of fun. I don't know, I think I have something else I'm going to do for StitchCon. Then I picked up We Met on the Internet by Dirty Annie's, and what I'm going to do, it's not a big pattern, and what I want to do is I want to stitch this, put it in a frame with a big mat around it, and have all my friends as they come in for StitchCon sign the mat around the hashtag We Met on the Internet. So this will be started very shortly. And then Natasha had said that because Cincinnati is known for pigs, there's the Flying Pig that happens. It's a marathon. It's a 5K, 10K. It might be a marathon too. I have to look it up. I haven't had a chance to try to run it at this moment, I'm not in any shape. Maybe next year. I keep saying maybe next year. I don't know. But because of flying pigs, Natasha suggested that everyone start this one. I will stop buying cross-stitch supplies when pigs fly by Stitchy Pros at StitchCon. So I meant to ask Natasha, and I will definitely ask her if she's come up with a hashtag for it or not. Definitely by June there will be one, I'm sure. So I got that. So she got those for me. And then while I was at Keepsakes, I picked up some of the floss, and someone had come in and donated, their mom had passed and donated a lot of her charts. So my friends and I were sitting and going through, and there was a piece of R&R, which I have never had the opportunity to purchase. And here I got a piece for free. So I cut it, and this is the size for when pigs fly, believe it or not. And then here are 3 of the colors for it. So, and then I didn't get, it uses for the darker letters, it uses Coal by Weeks Dye Works. And I didn't get it because I was thinking I was going to use 310. But then when I got the fabric and the pinks, I'm thinking, no, I might get the Coal just for that little bit of variegation that's in it, because I think that'll be cute. So that's for that one. So I'm all ready for June, Natasha, if you're watching. And then for the internet, I cut another piece of that R&R, and I got, and I'm dropping things. It calls for Onyx from Weeks Dye Works, and I didn't like the other color, so I picked up Eggshell from Classic Colorworks. So those are getting a little bit, the Eggshell is just a little more tan than it's showing. So that is that. Oh, another pattern I got from Stacy. I forgot all about it. I pulled it out. I was looking to see if maybe I would use the R&R or not for it, but I don't think I'm gonna. I'm gonna pull something else out. I got the Luminous Fiber Arts Gathering Stitches, and this is another one I almost started this weekend as well, because I know what color red. I've got a Bestitch Me red silk that I'm gonna use for it, but I haven't decided on the fabric yet. She uses, this is Sparrow linen that Misty had dyed herself that she sells. I think I have, not as light as that, but I got one from Color and Cotton that might, or Forbidden Fiber Co. that might be right with the red silk I have. So once again, it's not a huge pattern. You have a choice of either putting in real buttons, or she did a version where you can stitch the buttons. So it's only 76 by 76. So it's a cute little one too. So yeah. And that is all of my haul. I have now gotten everything that I ordered during market. That's not to say I'm not going to buy more. I was watching Anna of Stitch Roadies and her market haul from Acorns and Threads, and I know there was something in there that I had not seen before that I was thinking, oh, that's really cute, and I didn't write it down. So I've got to go back and watch her video again. But that's what it's fun to watch everybody around the country to see what their stores got, because you know, not all stores are the same, and there's so many new designers this year, and not everybody posted on Instagram, not everybody posted on Facebook, so it's fun to see what other stores brought in that people are buying. So, yeah. I'm sure my husband would like me to give my credit card a rest. Anyway. All right. I am just babbling on now. One of my winners, and I don't have the list in front of me, did not comment. That's not what I meant. Did not email me after last week's video. So if you have not watched last week's video and you commented on the episode 75, go and watch last week's just in case you were the winner and you haven't emailed me yet. You have until next Monday the 27th before I pull someone else. So anyway, I hope you have a great week. I will see you all next week. Until then.